let's look at how we classify neurons. First up, according to the number of processes arising from the cell body, we've got the pseudo-unipolar neuron. This one has a round cell body with a single process coming out that quickly splits into two long branches, one heading out to the body called the peripheral process, and the other going in toward the spinal cord called the central process. The branch that travels toward the organ is part of a peripheral nerve, and it picks up sensory input from places like the skin, muscles, or even the gut. At the far end of this branch, it has terminal endings that either act as sensors themselves or connect to receptors that do the sensing. The other branch travels into the spinal cord and carries that information into the central nervous system. Even though it splits in two, the whole thing functions like a single long axon. Next, we've got bipolar neurons. These are simpler in shape. They've got one process at each end of the cell body, an axon and a dendrite. You'll see these in more specialized systems, like the retina or the inner ear. And finally, multipolar neurons. These are the most common type. More than 99% of all neurons in the body fall into this category. They've got lots of dendrites sticking out from the cell body and a single thin axon that sends signals out. Most motor neurons are multipolar. Neurons can also be grouped by type of input and the direction of flow of information. The afferent neurons, also called sensory neurons, carry information from the body towards the brain and spinal cord. Think of things like touch, pressure, pain, taste, even gut stretch. All those signals get passed into the central nervous system to be processed. Efferent neurons, or motor neurons, do the opposite. They carry information away from the central nervous system to muscles and glands to cause a response. That could be contracting a muscle, increasing heart rate, or releasing a hormone. We also classify neurons by the kind of chemical messengers or neurotransmitters they use. For example, if a neuron uses glutamate, it's called glutamatergic. If it releases a peptide, we call it peptidergic.